Hey, have you ever thought about what it would be like if we ended up in prison?
Oh man, I've definitely thought about it, and it's a scary thought. I mean, the idea of losing my freedom and being confined to a small cell is something I really don't want to experience.
Right? It's not just about being confined, but also the impact it would have on our lives. Our families, jobs, relationships, everything could be turned upside down.
Absolutely, and the stigma that comes with being a former inmate can be really tough to deal with. It could affect our future prospects and opportunities.
And let's not forget about the harsh realities of prison life, the potential for violence, lack of privacy, and the challenges of adapting to such a different environment.
Yeah, I've seen documentaries and read stories about what goes on inside prison walls. It's a world I definitely want to avoid.
Plus, the emotional toll it would take on us and our loved ones. The isolation from friends and family can be incredibly difficult to bear.
Agreed. It's hard enough dealing with personal struggles outside of prison, and being cut off from our support system could make things even worse.
So, what do you think we can do to ensure we never end up in that situation? Avoiding illegal activities is a given, but there's more to it, right?
Definitely. Surrounding ourselves with positive influences, making responsible choices, and being mindful of our actions are all important. And if we ever find ourselves in a tough spot, seeking help or guidance can make a big difference.
Right, and focusing on personal growth and self-improvement can also keep us on the right track. The more we invest in ourselves, the less likely we are to get caught up in situations that could lead us to prison.
Absolutely. It's all about making conscious decisions that align with our values and goals. And let's not forget the power of empathy. Understanding the consequences of our actions on others can help steer us away from trouble.
Agreed. It's not just about avoiding prison for our own sake, but also for the sake of our loved ones and the community we're a part of.
Exactly. So, let's continue to support each other in making responsible choices and staying on the right path. We owe it to ourselves and those who care about us.
You're right. Let's always remember that we have the power to shape our futures and create the lives we want without ever having to face the prospect of going to prison.
Absolutely. Here's to making the best choices and living lives we can be proud of, free from the shadows of prison walls.
Cheers to that. You know, I think another important aspect is staying informed about our legal rights and responsibilities. The more we know, the better we can navigate tricky situations and avoid unintentionally getting into trouble.
That's a great point. Knowledge is definitely power when it comes to dealing with the law. It's also crucial to understand that seeking help when we need it is a sign of strength, not weakness.
Absolutely. Asking for help shows maturity and a willingness to learn from our mistakes. And speaking of learning, education can play a huge role in steering us away from risky paths.
Totally agree. When we have access to knowledge and opportunities for personal growth, we're more likely to make choices that align with our long-term aspirations.
And let's not underestimate the importance of building a strong support network. Surrounding ourselves with people who share our values and encourage positive behavior can be a game changer.
You're right. Having friends and mentors who inspire us to be our best selves can make a world of difference. They provide guidance and accountability when we need it most.
So true. And on the flip side, distancing ourselves from negative influences or toxic relationships is equally important. It's all about creating an environment that nurtures our growth.
Definitely. It's about taking responsibility for our choices and being mindful of the company we keep. After all, we become the average of the people we spend the most time with.
And speaking of responsibility, financial stability is another crucial factor. Desperation can sometimes lead people down risky paths, so managing our finances and planning for the future can help avoid those pitfalls.
That's a valid point. When we're financially secure, we're less likely to be tempted by quick but illegal solutions. It's about playing the long game and setting ourselves up for success.
Agreed. Our conversation has really highlighted the many ways we can avoid the possibility of going to prison. It's about making conscious choices, seeking growth, and staying true to our values.
Absolutely. And let's remember that life is full of challenges, but we have the power to overcome them without resorting to illegal activities. Our potential is limitless when we channel our energy in positive directions.
Well said. Here's to a future that's free from the fear of prison, filled with growth, meaningful relationships, and a strong sense of purpose.
Cheers to that. Let's continue supporting each other on this journey, always reminding ourselves of the paths we've chosen and the lives we're committed to living.
Absolutely, and let's not forget the importance of self-care and mental well-being. Taking care of our mental health can provide the resilience and strength we need to face challenges head-on.
You're absolutely right. Life can throw curveballs, and having healthy coping mechanisms can make all the difference. It's about finding balance and staying grounded even when things get tough.
And as we move forward, let's remain open to learning from our mistakes. None of us are perfect, and sometimes we might stumble, but it's how we pick ourselves up and learn that defines us.
That's true. It's not about avoiding mistakes altogether, but about using them as opportunities to grow and become better versions of ourselves.
Well said. And let's also remember to practice gratitude. Appreciating what we have and focusing on the positives in our lives can shift our perspective and keep us motivated.
Gratitude is indeed a powerful force. When we're mindful of the good things, it becomes easier to stay focused on our goals and stay away from negative influences.
And when we encounter challenges, let's remind ourselves of our commitment to the path we've chosen. Keeping our eyes on the prize can help us overcome obstacles with determination.
Absolutely. Our commitment to a life that's free from the specter of prison is a driving force. We owe it to ourselves to stay strong and keep pushing forward.
And let's not underestimate the impact of giving back to our community. When we're engaged and involved, it reinforces our sense of responsibility and reminds us of the positive impact we can have.
You're right. Contributing positively to society can give us a sense of purpose and connection. It's a reminder that we're part of something bigger than ourselves.
As our conversation comes to an end, I'm grateful for the insights we've shared. It's clear that avoiding prison is about much more than just staying out of trouble. It's about living a life that aligns with our values and aspirations.
I couldn't agree more. Our conversation has reinforced the importance of personal growth, responsibility, and the power of conscious choices. Here's to the journey ahead, free from the fear of prison and full of endless possibilities.
Cheers to that. Let's keep supporting each other, staying focused on our goals, and creating lives that we're proud to live. The future is in our hands, and I'm excited to see where it takes us.
Absolutely. Here's to a life that's rich with experiences, growth, and the satisfaction of knowing that we've made the right choices every step of the way.